ready for a wild ride? It's Park Talk Radio. D&B taking shots with hot takes as their ammo. We're talking theme parks, news updates, rides and more. Hold on tight, cause we're about to soar. Talking park, we won't hold back, we're letting it all out. Talking park, get your ears ready, cause we're gonna shout. We'll dive into the ride, some anecdotes, and all the fun. No filter here, just two guys trying.
Gather in and welcome to another episode of Park Talk Radio. It's episode 28. We got a lot to talk about. We're coming off hot from the D23 weekend reveals. Be sure to check out the D23 Horizons Park Experience Showcase e-stop that I put out there the other day. And for you, we're going to cover some of that, cover part of the Ministry of Magic World reveal from Epic Universe, some Horror Nights news, and all the other things we've missed in the past week. And with me today, I have my excellent co-host, Dave. How's it going, Dave?
Yo, what up, fam? What it do? This is Dave.
Oh, Dave, something happened. You're saying really, really dumb things this week. So your regular dumb stuff.
Did you know? I have a good Easter egg for you. Did you know? In the bathrooms, the old Jaws bathrooms, there's a one-legged lady.
A one-legged Spanish lady, I'm sure. And I'm sure you can also find in those bathrooms everyone's favorite original IPs. IP Freely.
And they play music from the movie Cars. I know it's not Universal related, but Life is a Highway plays, and it's a banger.
That's not from Cars. That's in Cars. It's not from Cars.
But it plays in that bathroom, and it's a banger.
I don't know how great a highway is when you're trying to take a shit. It's not that exciting.
Well, it gives
Probably
you
the most
something to
popular
kind of dance to while you're doing that. So
most popular Horror Nights bathroom outside of the now defunct Kids Zone one is the ET bathroom, but that bathroom right there outside the Fear Factor Live is probably the most used bathroom during Horror Nights due to the show dump. But as you can tell, we don't have Dave here today. We have content creator, social media star, and TikTok influencer Brennan with us. And because Dave is feeling unwell, we wanted to make sure we got an episode out to you. And she'll be joining me for this very special episode where we talk about saying no to drugs.
say no to drugs.
There it is.
Yeah, I've never done anything like this before, so
Don't tell them.
girl some slack, and
No.
I'm not good at that.
Don't tell them.
Oh no, I'm being transparent.
Don't say that. Don't say nothing. Well, I didn't want to do another 90-minute solo episode and be winded and without breath by the end of it. So I have Brennan with me here tonight. We're going to jump into our first segment. We're talking about some park visits. I'm going to let Brennan take this one away. We've had a good friend in town. You can plug her stuff, Brennan.
Yeah,
as
so
you've all
my
been collaborating
bestie-
with it.
Yeah, my bestie, you've probably seen her on our social media recently. Her handle is at Xandra.ventures. She goes by Xandra. She's in town this week, has been staying with us for like the last 10 days or so from out of state.
My God.
And when she's in town, really all we do is just live at the parks. So we've been at the parks this whole last week. Tuesday, or so I guess a week ago from today, we went to Animal Kingdom in Hollywood Studios. We watched the Lion King show, which I don't know if I've seen since I was a kid. And if I didn't, I've never seen it. And it was a lot more impressive than I thought. I've seen pictures and videos online of it, but it was way better than I thought. And I also didn't realize it was like a full 30-minute show. So that was a great AC break. It was hot as hell that day in the park and very crowded. So that was really nice to do. You cannot bring in drinks into that theater, we learned. So we had to do a little chug in the line queue for that, but all was fine. It was really cute. They bring kids into, like, it's very interactive. Definitely would recommend if the wait times are long for rides and or it's just hot as hell out.
Did you get called up to participate?
No, it was all little kids.
Ugh.
So I guess I'm only 5'2". I guess that doesn't really count as being a child, though. Yeah. I guess I can't pull off little kid anymore.
There it is.
But we did that. We've waited 45 minutes for Dinosaur, which was the longest I think I've ever waited for that, and it was a full 45 minutes. And then and I've never done this before, sprinted from Dinosaur to Tough to Be a Bug.
What? Why? Why are you sprinting?
Because we wanted to see it. And
Where was it
closed at
going?
6. The park closed at 6.
Oh!
It was like 5:50 at that point. So we were like, we gotta see the bug show.
No one's sprinting to see the bug show.
Yeah, we were the only ones that were running to get to the Tree of Life. But we got on, and it was exactly as I remembered it. Absolutely terrifying.
No. How's the screen quality these days?
It could be better, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be replaced soon, which we're going to get into a little bit later. So why
Mhm.
should they replace that? So I don't blame them for that. Then we hopped over to Hollywood Studios that day and rode absolutely nothing because wait times were atrocious. And this was on a Tuesday. I know it was like
by
the last
the
day-
lightning lane multi-pass.
Oh, well-
Skip the line.
we weren't planning on going there, so we didn't really plan ahead. And by the time we got there, everything was really already booked up for like e-ticket attractions and everything. But that was Tuesday. Thursday, we all went to Springs. We saw a movie at the AMC there, always a good time. And the drone show, which Sandra hasn't seen yet. She was very impressed by it. Just
So pretty good.
hundreds of drones. It's a great show. If you haven't seen it, definitely go check it out. It ends September 2nd. So you've got a little less than a month to go see it.
Why are they ending the drone show?
I don't know. They just started it. Like, I doubt they're going to replace it right away unless they're going to replace it with like a spooky one, which would be really cool if they did.
Doubt.
But I
They would have announced
doubt
that
it.
already.
Yeah, I
And
doubt
it
it.
would
I
have
don't know
begun
what they're
already
doing.
since Not So Scary's begun.
Yeah. I don't know, but that's just the end date that is posted online. Maybe they'll extend it, maybe not. Who knows? We'll see. Then Friday and Saturday, we actually got a really cool experience. We were invited to a private event at Universal Studios, and we basically had the whole parks to ourselves. And we got to stay till about 2 a.m. both nights. I heard that there were on both nights separately only about like max 3,000 people spread across both parks, which is absolutely nothing. It was really cool. We had a great time. It was really neat. You probably, if you follow the socials, you saw my stories that I posted with how empty it was. And we walked on to just about everything. The only thing we did not walk on to was Hagrid's, which is a not surprise at all. But
Well, speaking of socials, I neglected to plug those. That's at Park Talk Radio across all social media platforms, including TikTok and Instagram, where we are the most active. You can also give us a voicemail or text message about your park visit, wall of shame, or a question for the team here. 407-490-2220, or an email, parktalkradio@gmail.com. You can join the group, like the page, Facebook, also available.
yeah, and with the socials, if there's anything ever you want to see more of on social media, like more specific content or anything like that, feel free to send a message. I'm pretty active on it, so I can reply quickly. Also, if you have any questions, just park questions in general, feel free to send us a message on Instagram or Facebook. Either myself or Bill will probably answer that. And we love helping out with park
Brennan will answer
questions
it.
and everything. Okay, I'll answer it.
As social media manager, this is your role. You can't
yeah.
come on here and say you're not going to look at their stuff.
No, I didn't say that. I
Well,
said one of us at least would reply, but probably me. But
mhm.
and then to wrap up park visits yesterday, Sandra and I went to Hollywood Studios in Disney Springs. And Hollywood Studios, weirdly, Tower of Terror set a 35-minute wait, but we only waited 18 minutes. So that was really neat. They had both towers going, so the line was moving. But one thing I noticed, and I kind of talked about with Sandra yesterday, we don't understand why, excluding Fantasmic, we do not understand why all of the other shows end at 4:30 or 5. Like the last Indiana Jones show is at 4:30, but the park closes at 9. And during this part of the time change, it doesn't even get dark till after 8 o'clock. I don't get, like, that stadium is huge to just suck up people in there to help with ride times. Like, do you know the reason for that, Bill? Like,
Oh, let me enlighten you here. Then there's a very ill-forgotten and often not known reason. Money. Money
Oh,
is
well,
why.
and Mr. Krabs
Th-
place.
those that time period where there's no shows until Fantasmic is prime hours for people to go to dinner, to eat, to not go watch a show, or go ride the other attractions as their lightning lanes are coming up. And they've certainly done this based off lightning lane selections, because you can put Indiana Jones as a lightning lane selection. You can put Beauty and the Beast as a lightning
so
lane
if
selection.
you can pay for those, keep them open a little longer. Like,
No, their studies will show that no one booked them for the evening hours, especially around dinner
I don't
time.
know. I would love to see it in the evening because this is a ballpark number. Hollywood Studios only has like 7 rides. Like they don't
have
have a
9
lot of rides.
attractions.
Yeah, okay, I wasn't far off. They don't have a lot. And when wait times yesterday, like Tower was definitely a random. We got there at a good time, I guess. We only waited 18 minutes, like I said. But everything else was like freaking Toy Story Mania never went under like a 50-minute wait. And I'm like, for that, really?
There's no height
Like,
limit. You can take on anything
I
to
know
that attraction.
I get that, but it just is just so long of waits that I feel like they need more. And I know they're adding more, which we're going to talk about again later.
Well.
But I feel like just to help with that a little bit, they should keep the things open. But I get like the
No.
shows open.
Nope, close them down. Don't spend your money.
Whatever.
Don't pay your performers. Save your dollars, Disney. You're going out of business. Low income stress. Stop being poor, Disney said in their Q3 report.
Stop being poor.
Stop being, and that's our,
And then stop being stressed out that you're poor too.
That's our number one mantra here. Don't be poor.
Yep. Don't be poor and don't be stressed.
Don't be old. Don't be stressed about being poor. Spend your money here. We promise we have something good for you. I joined Brendan and Xandra on several of these park visits. Brendan's covered most of it. The one I do want to touch on is that I did go out to Universal Friday and ended up catching the Mega Movie Parade. And we know it's quote unquote officially open and running now, no longer in a technical rehearsal. However, there still are missing floats. There was a full float that's already been seen that was missing on Friday, Kung Fu Panda. And we still don't have the Ecto 1 car, nor the monsters or Shrek or whomever is that additional float. What there was, and I was very excited, was the offboard audio is now working. I've not seen any reports.
Awkward silence between floats now.
There's not silence. There's that like essence of parade music in your left ear, and then the right ear has the next float coming on.
It's quiet. It's too quiet.
But the offboard audio, loud, but very loud. We were standing outside Today Cafe, and man, you were shaking and vibrating your shoes. It was loud, so that's great. It sounds much better. The music travels. It's not as synced up as the Superstar Parade was, where it would distinctly fade out of the float that's now passing by and the one that's coming in, fading in. It's just loud, and by the time the new float is in front of you, you still have a lot of the reminiscent of the float that just proceeded, impacting the musical ambiance.
Surprised they haven't kind of gotten it more coordinated by now. It's been, I know it was technical rehearsal for a little bit, but it's been open for like a month now, right?
Oh, a whole month.
Like almost? Yeah.
A month.
Surprised it's taking this long. Because it's not new technology for them. Like they've done this.
Parade, no. This parade, the way it works is new technology. Bluetooth. Can't tell you how it works. That was my highlight of my park visit for last week. I think you're going to another park today, Brennan?
I am. Yeah, I'm going to EPCOT this afternoon with my mom and my sister. So that'll be fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
And for those who are going to Animal Kingdom soon, today is the first day you can pick up your annual pass holder Timon and Pumbaa magnet, available over in the Chester and Hester Dinorama gift shop. Got to make sure you get over there and grab that.
Oh, yeah. Definitely will.
All right, that's good for park visits. Let's get into today's episode 28 Park Talk News.
Breaking news, let me share the scoop. From the heart of San
And since this is your first show and maybe your only one, we'll see how your audition plays out.
Oh.
Where do you want to start with news today? And I'll tell you if that's the right answer.
Oh boy. Oh, I thought you were giving me multiple choice.
No.
Oh,
This is
God. Okay.
open-ended, probably 20 characters or 20 words.
Let's start with D23.
All right. I that's fine.
Was that the correct answer?
It was not, but it's one of the options for sure.
Well, I didn't fail.
I was thinking you would have gone with the food and wine, but let's jump into D23. Why not? You can also listen to a very in-depth, again, e-stop available on our podcast providers. Spotify is our main one. However, you can find us everywhere you look, including YouTube. And I put out this e-stop of Horizons, Disney Experiences Showcase at D23, the Ultimate Disney Fan Event 2024.
That's a mouthful.
That is the official title of, not the episode, but what the Parks Experience Showcase that premiered on Saturday, August 10th was.
Say that 5 times fast.
I know. It's not even a tongue twister. It's just long.
It's just a lot, yeah.
No, that's fine. It's fine. Quick breakdown. D23 stands for Disney. 23 represents the year 1923 when Walt Disney arrived in California and founded the Walt Disney Company. For every 2 years, they do a big one where they do a lot of announcements for the parks. On Friday night, this past Friday, was for the movies, TV shows, and Broadway productions. Saturday was for parks and experiences, so that includes theme parks as well as your cruise lines. And then Sunday is a little bit of a recap, and they debut more things. So Saturday was the parks experience. There was a slew of new information, a lot of it being broadcasted as, within the next 5 years, you'll see the majority of these near 50 announcements, and it was hosted by Josh D'Amaro, chairman of Parks and Experiences for the Disney Company, not only Florida, but the entire one. With that preamble, they went over international parks, Disneyland Paris, Shanghai Disney, Hong Kong Disneyland, and their cruise lines. And then they went into Disneyland Resort and Walt Disney World. Disneyland Resort encompassing Disney California Adventure, and Walt Disney World encompassing all 4 of their theme parks as well. So Brennan, do you want to go over everything they announced? Do you want to focus on one particular park or just our country?
Maybe just like America's.
Yeah.
America.
So at least with Disneyland, there's not a whole lot of speculation of where things will go. I can tell you when things will not be opening or starting construction. Disneyland next year, 2025, will be celebrating its 70th anniversary. And I had a great opportunity to go for its 60th, which doesn't feel like it was 10 years ago. It may have been 65th. Nonetheless, it was really cool. They had some great exclusive meet and greets, some overlays, of course, excellent merchandise and food and beverages you can purchase. As far as the 70th is concerned, which we'll probably get out there next year since we didn't go to Disneyland this year. They only have the logo out so far.
On the to-do.
They only have the logo so far for what the 70th will encompass. As far as what is coming soon, here in Florida, Magic Kingdom has already opened and seen Tiana's Bayou Adventure operating to whatever extent you want to feel it has been for 2 months now.
Yeah.
It was June.
I think, I think it was previews in June, maybe.
Let's say it's been a month plus.
Yeah.
Over in Disneyland, the Happiest Place on Earth will open their attraction, Tiana's Bayou Adventure, on November 15th at the start of the official holiday season at Disneyland Resort. They tend to start theirs a little later in the year than we do here in Florida. Since, come November 1st, we'll see the Christmas tree.
Oh, yeah, the overnight.
Yeah, overnight.
From Halloween to that. It's honestly so impressive.
So that you'll have Tiana's Bayou Adventure as well as the surrounding area that was once known as Critter Country being renamed into Bayou Country, which
I feel like they could have.
it's
named it
something.
better. Yeah, I feel like they put zero effort into.
I'm
that.
gonna ride the Bayou ride in Bayou Land.
Yeah. Like they definitely could have tried just an ounce harder on that name.
And within said Bayou Country, it's situated on the edge of New Orleans Square. So you have New Orleans Square, where the Haunted Mansion and Pirates of the Caribbean are located. The newly named Bayou Country, which will encompass Tiana's Bayou Adventure, the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh, Davy Crockett's Explorer Canoes, as well as the reimagined, renamed Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree, and then the other stores have been renamed as well. Ray's Berets and Lewis's Critter Country Club. Sweet treats from Pooh Corner, which I don't think Pooh Bear is a Cajun man himself. I don't believe he resides in New Orleans.
It's the 100-acre woods. I don't think we know specifically where that is.
That's inside a book. He lives inside a book.
Okay, but
if Kingdom Hearts says anything, I go into the book and there he is. He's ready. And I smack
I guess
his...
100-acre woods is in the bayou. I guess it's swampy woods.
I need Pooh Bear to adopt a Cajun accent. I would say from New Orleans.
Yeah, just don't understand a word. He
Mardi
says.
Gras Pooh Bear.
Christopher Robin's just like, the fuck did you say to me? Like,
so that'd be opening up on November 15th. That'd be exciting. We been on Tiana's here in the Magic Kingdom. It was okay. Side grade.
It was fine. I mean,
less racist.
Well, yeah, but it was less racist for sure. But to me, the audio was muffled. I feel like it was too loud where it wasn't clear, and I couldn't understand what they were saying. So I didn't understand the whole shrinking thing, and just like you literally leaned over and you're like, "We shrunk down." I was like, "Oh, is that what happened?"
Well, I read the whole story ahead of time from the press release. The only reason I knew anything was going on.
Very blind. Just I don't watch.
Close your
movies.
Eyes. Take your glasses off. You would be very blind.
And I have to do that on Velocicoaster, and it's terrifying. But it's absolutely, especially at night. I genuinely don't know where I'm moving on that ride, but that's not relevant. But I didn't really understand the first time I went through, and I wasn't the only one who felt that way. Like I felt kind of dumb, and I think they could have themed it much better by using the villain from the movie instead of just instead of Mama Odie just
canceled
saying that you're a
Disney got canceled for
you're
using
gonna be
him.
small now. Like I don't know. I just think that could have. Well, will he be in the villain's land then?
No, of course not. We were looking for the band to play at Tiana's celebration for opening up the new restaurant, and we needed the mini band.
I
the mini band.
Should have stuck to the script of the movie.
No, this is great. I assure you. Little outside D23 real quick, since we already touched on the reimagined Hungry Bear Jamboree restaurant. I have the menu here for it. The Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree, excuse me. The menu takes inspiration from the regional barbecue dishes the Country Bears discovered while on tour.
Oh, and this is still in California?
Yes, it's where you and I sat down for a little bit. It was on the second floor. Yeah.
Yep.
So this new restaurant will have barbecue, of course. You have the smoked barbecue combo platter, which is a selection of house meats. You get to pick two of the following: pork spare ribs, pulled pork, sausage link, or beef brisket.
Yum.
Barbecue pulled pork sandwich, smoked beef brisket sandwich, or smoked Angus beef burger and pulled pork sandwich.
That's a lot.
Then you have corn ribs plate. Yes, corn ribs. That's what it is. This is a vegetarian option. So they took the corn cob.
Is that a vegan or vegetarian option?
They took the corn cob and shaved 4 sides off it, and then they roasted that whole slab of corn rib on the grill, which they look pretty dang good. They got beer battered fries
like that before, and it was really good. It had like cotija cheese and like cilantro,
chili lime aioli.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
They also got some loaded fries with smoked pulled pork, queso, red onion, jalapeno, cilantro, scallion, a classic beef cheeseburger, and then chicken tenders.
Chicky tens.
Yep. How any of those sound pretty good or
Chicky tens.
chicky tens? They also have funnel
Had
cake
me at 10.
fries as a dessert. And then for your specialty novelty beverage, they're all non-alcoholic, as Disneyland does not serve alcohol except inside Ooga's in Galaxy's Edge. You have a sparkling strawberry pickle lemonade.
Yum.
No, pickle.
Pickles.
Fuck
yeah.
that. No pickle juice. Strawberry lemonade with pickle.
And make it like kind of like salty and sweet.
No.
I feel like a briny salty.
Fuck off.
I could see
No.
that.
Gross.
I could see that.
Strawberry shortcake lemonade and lemonade iced tea. And you can
Yep,
get any
yep,
of these
sister.
inside a $15 Hungry Bear mason jar.
For a NA beverage for $15? Nope.
You get a special jar.
I don't care. It's still $15 for an NA drink. No. Nope. Next.
Well, what else is coming to Disneyland? Yes, we are looking at the first big one was that the World of Avatar will be joining the Disney California Adventure lineup as you further venture into Pandora, as this new land will draw inspiration from Avatar: The Way of Water, Avatar 2, and upcoming Avatar films, such as the third announced one, which it has been announced rather, the title, Ash and Fire.
Is it, are they going to have like the same ride as here? Just the screen being.
Does not appear
Way
to
of
be
Water
so.
or
There's
anything?
one ride that was teased in a piece of concept art. It was a boat ride.
Ooh.
Larger,
I love the boat right here. So.
but it's not like that one. Larger than Navi River Journey, and appears to be a much darker, more mature tone. Found in California Adventure. No construction start date. No completion date. No idea when it will be here.
10 years.
10? No. Did you not just listen? Josh Tomorrow promised me. Me personally
You
promised me.
personally.
He
He
promised.
promised you. And
He
then
promised it'll be here in 5 years. Within
Let's time
5
it.
years. Well, the question is, where's this going to go? Because it's not part of the Disneyland Forward, which is the new plot of
Yeah, they
land
don't
that
have a whole
connects the
lot
two
of room over
parks.
there.
No. And we can say you did not listen to the e-stop because you're a bad supporter.
Hey,
Well, that's the truth.
did
You
you
didn't
see
listen
how
to
many?
it.
Did you listen to how many parks I've been at this week? One
Yeah,
second.
I was at Parks. I still recorded 90 minutes.
I've been busy doing socials. So.
Oh, you could have listened while doing socials.
No.
Okay, well, I don't think you're familiar enough with the California Adventure to make a location recommendation.
No, I'm not.
No.
I've only been there one time.
So this is probably going in Hollywoodland, where the Monsters Inc. ride is at, where the PhilharMagic is at, where the giant soundstage used for storage is at, where the previously used soundstage for Avengers Marvel merch has been, as well as the outdoor
I
stage
remember
where
all
they
those
have local schools come to perform for whatever reason. And they're also going to be taking away, I'm sure, that really good bar that has the great beer, local beer selection, and you can get a Michelada.
Duff?
No,
That
not
nice local
Duff.
beer?
No, not Duff. Local California beer. You got to watch yourself. I'm sure that'll turn into, if they use it as the same location, the Avatar beer, which not nearly as good. How do you feel about losing Monsters Inc. and PhilharMagic in California Adventure?
As long as there, so I love PhilharMagic here in Orlando. As long as there's one within the country, I'm okay with that.
I think that's where they're putting Monsters Inc. is Magic Kingdom's PhilharMagic.
I would riot.
You'd be one of the handful.
I'm okay with that.
Here we go. Coming out for the 70th Disneyland anniversary, we have Walt Disney: A Magical Life. The first time ever they're going to have a Walt Disney audio animatronic.
Where is that going to be at?
It will be inside the Main Street Opera House, which currently holds Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln.
That could be cool.
We did not do that.
Depending how it goes and everything and looks.
The granddaughter came out today and said, "I do not approve. How dare you do this to my grandfather's legacy? We do not need to have a...
Body.
We do
Make
not
that in.
need the robot of my grandfather out there. He has plenty of recorded media on TV, on movies, and on radio. You don't need to do this.
Yeah, they could just do like a deep fake.
No,
And
no
have them
deep.
say
That's
whatever.
worse. That's worse. There's less passion and manufacturing put into the deep fake. Heavens no. So this will debut next year during the 70th anniversary. I expect it to run during that anniversary, and Disney will have these anniversaries run from 1 year to up to 18 months. So a good bet, probably May 2025 to May 26, or maybe right before the summer's over, right after the summer's over, August 2026, you'll see this. Afterwards, it will then begin playing in rotation with great moments with Mr. Lincoln, where they'll swap out the show every so often.
That sounds like a neat little addition if granddaughter approves and everything.
Well, it's happening regardless. The granddaughter's
Yeah,
not going to approve. There will be never an approval.
Disney said, fuck you to her. I don't care.
They said we had enough approval, and we own the rights to this man.
They've got his head frozen. They own
Yep.
the rights to him.
Also coming to Disneyland and California Adventure will be the first ever Coco ride in a Disney park. Construction
What
for
does that look
this
like?
construction for this doesn't even begin till 2026. So we're over a year away from construction. This will be drawing inspiration from beloved classics like Haunted Mansion and Pirates of the Caribbean. It'll be taking you into the world of the undead, and they'll be using the latest audio animatronics technology to bring the skeletal cast of characters to life.
I really hope that it's not like a screen base in the background and it's all practical like Pirates is. Because if they could do like the scene, I think where Coco first gets into the undead world, or like kind of near when he first gets in, and you see all of the lights from the whole world there.
When he
it's
goes
just
to
a
the Tangled
beautiful
World,
scene. Yeah, exactly. The
when he
floating
last
lanterns. Yeah.
he sees the light, and he
Yeah, exactly.
then takes
He is
Tangled.
Flynn Rider.
He takes Tangled behind the behind the alleyway,
Whoa.
and he beats her to death. Straight to
off.
the dead world. He said, "No more lights."
Oh no. Then Remember Me starts playing. But if they could not do a screen for that and actually make it real, that would be awesome. But I feel like they might cheap out and do a screen because it's faster and easier. But
Well, they're not even
don't
starting
know.
until 2026 construction. This is likely going behind Incredicoaster and Toy Story Midway Mania by Pixar Pier, because that's the Pixar area. Or it could take over the Sky Coaster Goofy Wild Mouse one, that whole corner where they have the
Yes,
corn dog
yeah.
castle. That could all go away.
yeah. Poor corn
But it's
dog.
more than likely going behind the Incredicoaster. I'm
They
sure
could
there'll
do a
be
lot if they could
plenty
do
of
like practical
screen.
effects for. I know it's not a dragon, but I forget the name of it.
A dragon!
Yeah, it's not a dragon, but the big flying beast that he rides. I forget the name of it, but that would be
The
really cool if
dog?
they could do like a that becomes like the flying
He's
thing.
riding the dog.
But if they could do like a really cool animatronic of that, like flying, that'd be awesome. That ride has a lot of potential. I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep my expectations low though, just so I'm not
I
disappointed.
mean, the concept art shows them. It's a boat ride with water, and you're floating through the streets of the undead world.
Mm-hmm.
And
The
it's a lot of
river Styx.
animatronics. It's not the River Styx. That's not believed in Mexico. They'll be you'll be riding rather through the streets of the undead world, and it seems like a lot of practical sets, not so much. But this is one single piece of concept art.
Yeah.
I think there'll be
Well,
screens
we'll see
in.
more to come then.
I think there'll be screens in the background to enhance the physical set.
No.
Well, that's what the new Pirates in Shanghai does. And that's what like the Mystic Manor Haunted Mansion version in Paris or Shanghai does.
I don't know. There's no more screens.
Bring on the screens. It's actually going to be a VR headset.
Oh, jeez.
You put on one of
You
those,
have to use your phone.
haptic-
It's like an augmented reality.
No.
have
You
to
put on
scan
your-
a QR code when you get on the boat.
you put on the headset, you sit down in this tram, and it takes you don't know this. While you're traveling, it seems like you're going through the world in the underworld. Land of the Dead. This tram is just taking you outside the park. They've had enough. Yeah, you're done.
and just
and-
kick you out.
Kick you out. And you're wearing this haptic feedback vest, and they just give you it feels like there's a drill going into your heart, so you feel like you're dying. It's
Wow.
very immersive.
That got dark real quick.
And they kick you out, and you take off the headset, and you're in front of the morgue. Said, uh-oh.
Wow. That's all I could say. Just,
Wow.
wow.
And then the final expansion
Stop me
happening, the final announced expansion is also a California Adventure. It's going to be at Avengers Campus. They announced 2 attractions coming. Construction starts, I believe, next year. No opening dates, of course. We have 2 different ones. The first one is... Do you know?
I do not know.
The Stark Flight Lab. This will be a family-oriented ride. You'll be in a 2-person pod going around a track throughout the Stark Labs as you go through and see the new experiments he's working on. You'll probably see the Iron Man suit. And then during the ride, a KUKA arm robot, the same technology ride vehicle used for Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey and to be used in Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein experiment in Epic Universe, on a separate track will come down, grab your ride vehicle off your track, and then take you into the second half of the attraction where you're now flying through the air.
That sounds kind of cool.
It could be cool. I don't think it'd be wild. Concept art shows a lot of very sterile lab-looking things with these big cubes that light up. I can't say it looks very exciting.
And are you then like flying around like as if you're Iron Man or something?
No, as if you're similar to Iron Man 1, where the KUKA arm robots help him assemble things. You're kind of just traveling through the lab. You're not flying. You're just on a robot. You're not being given the emulation of flying.
I'm going to say that sounds mid to me.
Whoa. I think it'd be neat. Second up is the big e-ticket, Avengers Infinity Defense. The e-ticket that's been promised for years since Avengers Campus opened in, 17, 18, 16? Can't remember. This will be a multi-world adventure with some of the Earth's mightiest heroes. The technology that allows Avengers to jump between worlds has gone missing. And King Thanos, which is a version of Thanos we've not seen yet, is using it to wreak havoc everywhere. Recruits will travel to iconic locations like Asgard, Wakanda, and New York City, alongside the likes of big and small heroes. You may find yourself face to face with King Thanos too. Not the second in line of his lineage as well.
It's just the multiverse of Thanos.
Well, no, it says multi-world, does not say multiverse. It was supposed to be multiverse. King Thanos is the ultimate version. It's an older Thanos. He has this white beard and souped up armor and sword. This one is going to be screen-based.
No.
They did show a ride vehicle model at D23. It's very similar to the Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man ride vehicle, the Transformers ride vehicle.
National coverage.
Mm-hmm. No, okay. We didn't get to finish that one. And then you'll be going around. You can, in the concept art, you see Ant-Man, Iron Man, giant alien creatures, Hulk, the Shuri version of Black Panther, and King Thanos. I'm sure it'll be cool. It'll be exciting.
Does it seem like screen-based, kind of like how Spider-Man is here at Islands of Adventure? Or is it screen-based like how Simpsons is? Like,
it would be like Spider-Man.
Okay, then I'm back in.
Well, we'll see what they have to offer as far as announcements and updates. We don't know very much beyond that. The ride vehicle looks like a scoop from Spider-Man, and it looks screen-intensive. Especially since the footprint for these 2 attractions share the same spot over an Avengers Campus. And one thing that is kind of exciting, is that Robert Downey Jr. will be playing Iron Man, Tony Stark, and giving his likeness to both of these attractions.
That's cool.
It's kind of neat. Then you say, why is Dr. Doom up there?
Yeah, right.
Ugh. That wraps up for our Disneyland portion. Switching over now to the East Coast, where may get a little hairy based on your particular enjoyments of existing attractions. Walt Disney World. Do you know some of these things I'm going to talk about?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's good. First up, they have a new parade, and it's a new nighttime parade coming next summer, 2025, titled Disney Starlight. This nighttime parade continues the nighttime spectacular legacy started by the Main Street Electrical Parade, which I think is a bad parade. I don't think it's very good. Kind of sucks. What do you think about the Main Street Electrical Light Parade?
I do think it's all right. I think it's cute, but it's one of those, like, you see it once, I'm pretty good after that.
I think the floats are nice. The music sucks. It's not Spectrum
Yeah,
Magic.
it's just like I'm not going to wait around forever to get a good spot just to watch that parade multiple times.
I mean, if it was
unlike
here,
other
I'd watch it.
shows,
We don't even
but-
have it.
No, but yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I feel like it's just like you see it once and then I'm kind of good.
Well, it's no Spectrum Magic. It's no Paint the Night. Paint the Night? Ooh. Peak. This Disney Starlight Nighttime Spectacular Parade will use the latest technology, whatever that means, to tell new stories about the characters you love. All of this is brought to life by the magic of the Blue Fairy from Pinocchio. In addition to beloved characters from Walt Disney Animation Studios films, which that leads me to believe it's going to be only animated films, no live action stuff, so not that they can use it, but not Marvel, not Pirates, which is a little outdated now, I guess. No Jungle Cruise? No Dwayne The Rock Johnson Jungle Cruise?
They can throw Dwayne The Rock Johnson Maui.
That's not out yet.
No, but he is just Maui in Moana in general.
Well, we'll see about that. Other films notated here are Peter Pan, Encanto, and Frozen, and more. The concept art shows a little bit more about what these floats will look like, including Encanto, Peter Pan, Blue Fairy, Pinocchio, and Frozen floats. This will be coming to you again, Magic Kingdom Summer 2025. Jumping over to Disney's Animal Kingdom. This has been previously announced and now expanded upon. They're welcoming the addition of a new space themed around tropical America's Pueblo Esperanza. What does that mean? A whale's vagina.
Oh. How elegant.
Wow, it was really, really great stuff there, Disney.
Well, isn't that grandma's house or something? Abuela's grandma.
Pueblo? Let's see what Google has to
I don't know.
say.
Yeah.
Keep pontificating about what it means to you.
Well, I mean, house in Spanish is casa. Puebla. It's something of grandma's. Did you find it yet? So I don't keep rambling about.
Sounds like it's
me
a
not knowing
fake
Spanish.
word. Sounds like it's fake. Pueblo is village.
Is it grandma's village?
No, Pueblo is village.
Okay, yes, but then you said Abuela.
Esperanza. Hope. The village of hope.
Oh, where did I get that you said Abuela?
I don't know.
Oh, I made that shit up.
Yeah, bad co-host. No good.
Whoops.
So the village of hope in tropical Americas, this will be a new 11-acre section of the park, and construction is set to begin later this year. And this is taking over Dinoland USA and Dinorama.
Yeah, I'm okay with Dinoland USA and all of that going away. That area is
No.
hot as hell.
No,
It
Restaurantosaurus.
Doesn't look good.
No, Jimmy
It-
Restaurantosaurus bar.
I'm okay
Dino
with it going
Digs.
away.
Dino Digs, Brennan.
I'm
Dino
okay with that
Digs.
area going away.
No.
for- I think Encanto would be a pretty. I think they could make it very pretty and tropical and everything. So I think that is a good replacement.
No. They're not making a good full-fledged Encanto ride in less than 2 years.
I don't think so either. But maybe at least the area will be pretty. So
It does not
have
look
like a
very
little
pretty.
more shade than the Dinoland USA right now because
Actually, less
shade in
shade
there.
somehow.
There's already negative shade. I don't know how you can put less.
So, Puebla Esperanza, just like Harambe, the land feels lived in, with a long, rich history, plus there's a large hacienda, which will be one of the largest quick-service restaurants at Walt Disney World Resort, not just the park, the entire Walt Disney campus.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. Oh boy. The space will be lush and sprawling, featuring a large fountain in the center, where the villagers like to gather and tell stories. I like how they said specifically they like to gather here and tell stories, not that they will gather here and tell stories, because they certainly would not. They would not have performers coming out and walking up to you telling a story. But Universal,
Because
they'll do it
money.
because money. But Universal will do it. However, that's not all that's located here. This new land will include 2 signature attractions as well as a carousel in the center by the fountain, where a woodcarver has created a giant working carousel featuring his favorite animals from Disney stories. The one they did show off was Kevin the Bird from Up.
That's a cute addition.
Carousel?
They don't have one in that park. I think that could be cute.
They had the
Like, if it's, like-
Triceratops spin where they're flying in the air.
I don't know. I think that could be cute.
Yeah. So there's 2 new attractions. The first one is Indiana Jones,
No.
taking over Dinosaur.
No.
It'll be different from any other Indiana Jones experience around the world, allegedly. And by that,
I'm upset by this one.
by that,
If you
I'm sure
follow
that's
the
only-
socials. I already posted that I am upset by this.
and you'll see my response was whip it into extinction.
It's just Dinosaur's just such a good ride. I don't understand why more people are not upset by that. That's closing for Indiana
There's
Jones.
no cultural relevance. There's no good IP. It's too scary. The Disney moms are up in arms.
It's the perfect amount of scary.
There's a
They're dinosaurs. They're supposed to be scary.
oh, no one knows that. No one knows that for a fact.
I mean, I'd be scared.
Wow. We'll never know. We can never know.
I mean, we have alligators still, and those are
Birds.
basically dinosaurs, and that shit's scary.
Birds
Yeah,
are chickens.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Yeah, they are.
Nonetheless, Indiana Jones is coming. It's killing dinosaur. They are going proverbially extinct and will be gone. That will probably be the last thing closed either late this year. I would say probably more closer to early next year after the Christmas season. In this new venture, the man with the hat has recently discovered a perfectly preserved Maya temple, and that means he has to explore it and go do what he does and fuck shit up. Find some mythical creatures
snakes.
and get in trouble, avoid the snakes. The ride vehicle concept from the concept art looks very similar to the one in California, Indiana Jones, and the Temple of the Forbidden Eye.
Which I'll give it. That ride was fantastic, super fun, 10 out of 10.
From
would do it again.
96.
Yeah, no, it's great. But Dinosaur opened in the movie came out in 2000.
Yes.
So the ride would have been after that. But
The ride was
even
already
for-
existing before it because it was Countdown to Extinction. And then Eisner said, no, we gotta make this tie into something. Wait, we're gonna make this really cool dinosaur movie. They did not make a really cool dinosaur movie.
I remember seeing it in theaters.
Aladar!
2000.
Aladar!
I went with my dad, and we loved it. We got the DVD
Well,
or
that-
VHS, whatever it was on.
I'm not surprised you and your dad like that.
We loved it.
Your dad likes Polar Express.
Ha, ha. Oh,
No!
we got it.
You're getting you got one more and you're about to be gone. I'll finish this out myself. Dinosaur is good. I like Dinosaur. I like the pre-show. We won't have a really great campy B movie pre-show ever again. Hello
Photography,
there.
I wouldn't.
He hacks the mainframe. It's so good. Dr. Seeker. I think it's funny that they say this will be different from any other Indiana Jones experience around the world when 2 of the 3 existing Indiana Jones rides on Disney property are using this ride vehicle technology. So it's not going to be
track too. Like,
well, California and here, yeah, but it's not going to be
Yeah.
extremely different. I'm sure they'll have new ride vehicles. They'll update some stuff. It'll look great. But even the 96 Indiana Jones in California, with the upgrades, now uses a screen and projection mapping. So it's almost they went backwards on it instead of
Yeah.
all the great practicals. No, Brennan's not thrilled we have this happening. Side
I understand
grade or
change and I
upgrade at
respect
best.
change, but it's just like, meh.
Oh yeah, everyone online. Walt always said Disney is never complete. He loves change. They know Walt personally.
But they did say Epcot's done now.
Epcot's done. Don't
Yeah,
talk
Epcot's
about
done.
it.
Forget that one.
Encanto is the other attraction. The first ever Encanto theme ride through attraction is coming to Animal Kingdom, featuring the beloved Madrigal family from the movie Encanto. Inside the house, I have not seen this movie. Antonio has just received his special gift, the ability to communicate with animals. His room and his room has transformed into a rainforest. It's time to go explore alongside him, and you never know what family member you might bump into.
I saw the movie. I think it was last year. I watched it at home one night. I thought it was a cute movie. I think it'll be a nice addition to the park. I think them tying it into the Antonio, I think you said his name was?
Antonio.
Yeah, Antonio.
Whoa. So, all right, gotta mark that one now. That is not cool. 50-11. Well, now I really have to mark it because you stopped talking.
Oh, but I thought you were telling me to go again.
Go on. What is Antonio doing?
So I think this movie is a good addition to this park, with how Antonio can talk to animals and everything, because it's perfect tie-in right there. And with the carousel, it'll be like the animals maybe he talks to, and like have Easter eggs like Kevin on there, like from tie in other movies and stuff. I think it'll be a nice addition. Also, one of the sisters has the special gift to create flowers and floral. So I think you could tie that in to Animal Kingdom as well. I think it's a good addition to replace
neither of these really represent the tropical Americas. We have a magic family and an archaeologist.
I mean, the one that can make plants and flowers and stuff.
But that's not the Animal Kingdom. If you want to go to the base, that's not the base ideology of the theme park.
Okay, well, let's talk Hollywood Studios.
There's more in Animal Kingdom to talk about.
Like,
there's more. Well, no,
we're gonna compare.
No, Hollywood Studios is different. That's why they changed the name. They should change the name. Disney's.
Go back to MGM Studios.
Disney's Themed Kingdom.
Yeah, right.
Well, no, the Disney has to buy MGM from Amazon.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen. Well, I say all this because there's a vocal group saying that this Tropical America's Land edition is racist.
What?
Well, because they're throwing in the Madrigal family just to cater to a particular ethnicity. It's not animal related. It's not Animal Kingdom focused. It's just, hey, let's cater and pander to this particular ethnicity to make them come to our parks.
I mean, I disagree, but
words of a racist.
Okay, Bill.
The ride vehicle has not been shown for this particular attraction. However, the speculation and what is seen so far is that it will be similar to the new Peter Pan attraction in Tokyo Disney Sea, or the Pirates attraction in Shanghai, where they have a boat-shaped vehicle, but it's not in water. It's magnetic or trackless, similar to or possibly, again, Spider-Man style, where you're in a box vehicle and you're following the track. It also may be a Omni-Mover, but a larger capacity one. So, Haunted Mansion Omni-Mover sits 2 to 3. This one may sit a bit more, but it's in constant movement. So it's not an e-ticket. That's your Indiana Jones. This one will be a nice family ride.
Sounds cute to me.
Pandering. Finally, in Animal Kingdom, there will be the long time announced replacement for Tough to Be a Bug within the Tree of Life will be the brand new show coming out in 2025. Zootopia Better Zoogether. Ugh, terrible name.
Well, don't like that.
Better Zoogether.
Better Zoogether.
I need some zoodles. I need my zoodles.
I like Zootopia as a movie. I think that is
Haven't seen
obvious, very good addition to Animal Kingdom, just obviously.
They announced the second Zootopia movie coming out.
But don't like that name. Again, the naming. Just take
this was announced years ago
that
Zootopia was replacing It's Tough to Be a Bug. And it's now not until winter 2025 that we're getting a new movie for it. Would have figured it
Is
be
Shakira gonna sing in it again?
I don't know. Is she in the first? Is she in the movie?
Yes.
I haven't seen it.
Gazelle.
I don't want to. I want to watch it even less. I know there's plenty of great deviant art of Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde doing it.
Yeah, that fan fiction.
No, art, deviant art, not written. Drawn and illustrated.
Oh, boy.
Like a flip book.
Oh, jeez.
You flip back, just go back and forth.
Oh, God.
I meant to touch on it real quick, that construction on the land, once again, for Tropical America's Indiana Jones Encanto begins end of this year, and they are saying that full new 11 acres of content will open in 2027. We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah.
Continuing on, 2 new lounges, one previously announced and one newly announced, will be coming to EPCOT and Magic Kingdom, respectively. The first one will be inside Spaceship Earth. For over 40 years, the globe has welcomed visitors to EPCOT as a shining beacon of optimism and hope. So, with those 2 key indicators in mind, go up to the bar and get shit-faced. This just announced lounge is inspired by the stories, shapes, and enduring legacy of this timeless icon. Taking inspiration from the geometric sphere, the Zen space for families to gather and enjoy refreshments will be draped with rich textures and warm, metallic tones, giving it a mysterious and elegant intimacy. This will be on the 2nd or 3rd floor of Spaceship Earth. You'll be in there. And
Can you see the ride at all? Do you know?
No, you won't be able to see the ride.
Oh, that'd be cool.
There'll be a viewing window looking out into the park. You'll be facing the World Showcase where you can see Harmonious and the Lagoon, whatever Lagoon show's playing at that time. And then to the right, you can see the Imagination Pavilion.
So whenever we go drink around the world, that's going to be our first and last stop now.
Yeah, right, if you can get in. Hell no, just like Space 220, you're not just walking in there.
Well, we got to start our day drinking there. It's the very first bar you come across.
Not a whole lot of space. This is the old VIP lounge located inside Spaceship Earth from when Siemens was the presenting sponsor.
Presented by.
Yeah. As they're no longer the presenter, they have this space, and why not just fill it up with some more booze hounds?
Hell yeah.
I imagine you'll be able to pay a pretty penny for a dessert viewing area up there.
That would be
Of
smart.
course. Instead of, when they finally do redo the Spaceship Earth ride, instead of maximizing the space and just taking out the VIP lounge, no. Gotta make that money. The second one is an update, which was announced last year at Destination D23, which is a smaller single day or so D23 convention that takes place in the off years, so the odd themed years. Announced last year, updates to the tavern theme to Pirates of the Caribbean. First announced last year, as I mentioned, this rambunctious watering hole will offer a welcoming haven for all pirate kind, big and small, and everyone in between. So it's family friendly, everyone's welcome in. There'll be non-alcoholic options as well as alcoholic, similar to Uga's Cantina in Galaxy's Edge. Here, bandits and buccaneers to be from every corner of the 7 seas are welcome to join together and raise a toast to the pirate life. In this new released concept artwork, X marks the spot for a seaworthy selections of grogs and grub inside this tavern, coming to Magic Kingdom. Based on their construction right now, the old Pirates League, which took refuge in the extended Pirates of the Caribbean queue, as well as part of the exit gift shop, and then additional space in the exit gift shop will be the location for this, which I think is terrible. It's such a small footprint, it's going to be really hard to get into, let alone physically get into, let alone getting into if you were so inclined to want to visit. Why isn't it in the Tortuga Tavern spot where it's a lot bigger and there's actually a kitchen attached to it?
That restaurant is huge, yeah.
There's actually a kitchen attached to it.
Added a little...
A wall. Put some walls up.
just
And there's a second floor.
Yeah.
Based on this concept art and my detective skills, there looks to be a room for approximately 50 guests at any given time.
That's small.
Yeah. There'll be lots of interactive elements, similar to Trader Sam's bar. And likely, again, like Uga's, it'll be drinks and then small bites. Nothing.
So do you think it'll be kind of like the size of the Tequila Cave?
It'll be maybe a little bigger than that.
Yeah, that's still pretty small.
Because I saw room for almost 50 people, and that's including all the seating, the bar, and then the bar against the wall, plus standing room.
Yeah.
We will see. We will see.
We will see.
And I may be jumping around between different parks. This is how they were presented in the D23 Expo. So that's why we will be seeing some jumping around. So we're going back to EPCOT now, also opening in 2025. The reimagined Test Track presented by Chevrolet, Test Track 3.0, harkening back to the World of Motion, old attraction that was in that same show building. This new Test Track will celebrate the past, present, and future, and today's innovation. The queue will feature 6 distinct exhibits, and with each room celebrate the vehicles and people behind the vehicles that push our technology and transportation forward. New show scenes will be added, showcasing technological advances and focusing on a story of technology, customization, and personalization, followed by a trip through a scenic outdoor route, which is the finale. Sounds
Did
like
you like version 1 or version 2 more?
version
Test
1
track.
is the
Same.
best. It has the test track dummies. It has a good story. You had the great pre-show videos and the characters. Now it's just, here's some video game art and you're traveling through a blue world. Wow.
Yeah, I loved the first one way more. I liked the story that you're basically the test dummy, and it made a lot more sense than this one. Like the second version, I mean.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm hoping maybe they find a happy medium between the two or something different.
We'll see. I imagine this will be better than part 2.0. I don't know about 1. They are adding new show scenes, projections, and some other stuff based on the permits and contractors they've hired. I'm interested to see if they do anything with the outside. It says scenic outdoor route, which right now it's a backstage viewing.
Mm-hmm.
So 2025. Continuing on for our big announcements, I think these are the last 3. First one up, over at Disney's Hollywood Studios, we'll be introducing a brand new land themed around Pixar Animation Studios' Monsters, Inc. And this takes place, timeline-wise, in the lore, right after the events of the first film from 2001. And the main attraction they'll be adding is the first suspended coaster from Disney, where you'll be traveling along the door track as seen in the movie. This suspended roller coaster, based on the art, will have 8 cars, 2 per car, meaning 16 riders per train. And you'll go through that. The land will also incorporate dining, restaurants, and what appears to be a kids' play area based on the slide incorporated in there. And it's likely that it'll be Harryhausen, the sushi octopus restaurant. That'd be really cute. Presented in there. Yes. And they also revealed a model based on the attraction. It does not look like a huge footprint. So that's where it comes into question. Where's this thing going to go? Construction starts in 2025. Gosh, no idea when it's going to open. I would bet either 2027, 2028, or 28 or 29 based on how much they got to do. And that really calls into question, how much do they have to do? Where do you think this is going, Brandon?
Well, I mean, there's a couple places it could for Hollywood Studios. There's the animation area with like the Star Wars launch bay, which I've honestly never even walked into. But then there's also...
It's a great meet and greet. It's where Darth Vader and Chewbacca live.
Like meet and greets. I feel awky, like really awkward, and like...
It's pretty awky to say. Awkward to say awky.
But either there or at Muppets area, which the Muppets area is bigger. Yes, it's cute. I love Kermit. He is my little picture on my Disney app. However, it's not. You could just get rid of it, honestly. Like, I like it, but I think like you could turn Mama Melrose into that sushi restaurant. There's already like they have a hood in there, so you wouldn't have to like create a brand new, unless there's asbestos in.
What do you need a hood for with sushi?
Tempura.
No tempura. Get that fake shit out of here.
Cook?
No.
I think they could tear that side down, depending how big of a footprint it needs. But
Well, it all depends. The concept art has shown what could be 2 different areas. We have Muppets and that whole area with the Muppets shop, Pizza Rizzo, and then yes, Mama Melrose. It could be Muppets and Star Tours to take up a large amount of area.
or they haven't announced anything about this at all, but eventually Rock and Roller Coaster is going to close. Especially Aerosmith just officially announced their retirement like a week or 2 ago.
Well, that doesn't matter. Kiss has already signed off their likeness to be immortalized as AI and projections. Aerosmith can do the same.
Yeah.
But that's also an option. They could take over all of Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah.
That's where Rock and Roller Coaster is, the exterior walking area, the queue, pre-show room, and of course the big giant show building. However, the model for Monsters, Inc. door coaster is not nearly that big. Then your other option, as you said, Star Wars Launch Bay Animation Courtyard. That's the area where you have the Disney Junior Playhouse, the Little Mermaid show, which should be opening this year, maybe, ? And then the Launch Bay, which has alleged props and pieces from the Star Wars movies, and then, of course, your meet and greets. And I believe maybe a Disney Chase Visa exclusive photo op. We'll see. I have no declaration one way or another. I think it's really silly that you have Star Tours outside Galaxy's Edge. There's nothing connecting them. I think it'd be silly to put Monsters, Inc. where Muppets is at when you have the Pixar area on the other side of a wall, and they're not connected. But
I agree that Star Tours outside of Galaxy's Edge is weird. Also, it's always a 5-minute wait. I don't think anyone actually cares about that ride anymore.
I care about that ride.
I do not, because it's all screens.
I don't get to go on because of you.
Yeah. Oh, you could go by yourself.
No.
You're a grown man.
No.
But like they should get rid of that one. I don't think that is a big enough area if they just got rid of that. And
they shouldn't be getting rid of
right over there.
Getting rid of any of thing. They have space and areas to expand and not remove capacity from the park, regardless of how busy it's not. Star Tours and Muppets is still attractions. You're taking away 2 for 1 that's not going to be super as much capacity. Shoot yourself on the foot. Stupid.
Yeah. I agree.
I mean, I think the best spot to do that is going to be the Star Wars Launch Bay Animation Courtyard. However, what is going to happen is not that.
More than likely will be Muppets, but who are we to say?
My sister's going to fall down the Walmart crying.
Oh no!
Hands to the sky. No. Well, no, I need her to listen. Next.
It's not easy being green.
It's fine. Green's fine. Shrek figured it out. He can figure it out. Final 2 announcements are both in Magic Kingdom. There's been a lot of discussion for the past few years about beyond Big Thunder Mountain. There's a huge expansion pad behind that area of Frontierland. And we're now seeing what's going to be there. Rather, first, what's actually going to take over Tom Sawyer Island and the majority of Rivers of America. And there's already huge gripes about this, that especially
Tom Sawyer,
especially what's taking it over. That with this new piece, that new to the parks IP, will be taking over Tom Sawyer Island and Rivers of America, meaning those locations are going away, the Liberty Bell attraction is going away, and your nice viewing from all around the rivers there is going away. No nice trees anymore, not looking over from the Haunted Mansion queue to the island. What's taking over this, and construction beginning in early 2025 as a reimagined piece of Frontierland, which I never considered Tom Sawyer Island and the rivers part of Frontierland, but I guess it makes sense.
Yeah. Tom Sawyer Island has been struck by lightning.
Kerchew.
Ka-chow!
Pixar Animation Studios film Cars will be coming to this reimagined section. The American West has always been about keeping your eyes on the horizon, believing in yourself, carving your own path, and striving towards success. Sounds like Cars. that goes for Miners in the Mountains, Big Thunder Mountain, Bears from the Country Bear Jamboree, and a Princess from the Bayou, Tiana's Bayou Adventure. And finally, a race car from the big city. Oh, yeah.
It's all about the Rusties.
The Rusties. We're getting Cars, Lightning
We're
McQueen.
getting Tow Mater.
Oh God, more Larry the Cable Guy. In Magic Kingdom, taking over Tom Sawyer Island and Rivers of America as a westward front, not Radiator Springs. The cars are heading west on the East Coast for
Searching for gold.
this new adventure where there'll be 2 new Cars theme attractions. One will invite you on a thrilling rally race through the mountains, take on wild terrain as you race across the landscape, climbing mountain trails, dodging geysers, and splashing through mud holes as notated by Mater. This will not be a clone of Radiator Springs Racers or Radiator Springs. This probably won't be as good as those, since that whole land is one of the top tier ones Disney has done.
Cozy Cone.
Yep, no cozy cones here. You'll be on the western side, probably like a Northern California, as the concept art does show frozen mountains, the woods, hiking trail, and such. And you'll be in off-road buggies. They're still racers. However, they're off-road buggies going through the multiple versions of terrain.
Honestly, I'm really looking forward to this.
Cool.
This is my second most hype announcement from D23, honestly. I have always loved the Cars franchise. When I was younger, I cannot tell you the number of hours my sister and I put into the Cars GameCube game. And
oh boy, got true fans
Cars.
over here.
Oh yeah, I love my last car. I was a truck, and it was named Mater. I'm pretty excited for it.
Disney bitch.
Oh, I am what I am.
Ugh.
But I am very excited for this, honestly. Radiator Springs was beautiful in California Adventure. If they even do, honestly, half of what they did there, I think it'll be great.
Doubt.
No.
Doubt. The majority. No, it's
but
not going to be.
Tom Sawyer Island.
It's not. Well, it's not as big as a footprint. It's not nearly as much space to give you that Radiator Springs area with multiple eateries,
I'm
multiple drink options. You can't have alcohol in here. It's Magic Kingdom. And based on the concept art alone, it is the 2 attractions and maybe a quick service. That's it. There's not enough room in here.
Well, hopefully with the land that they have, they will make the most of it and not ruin it, because I really, like I said, I like this franchise a lot. I think it's adorable. It's fun. And I could see it being a good addition to the park, or it just flops. I don't know.
Yeah. I just think it's going to look really weird and awky in the center of all these different lands between Frontierland, Liberty Square, and I guess that's it. Since Haunted Mansion is technically part of Liberty Square.
Will they get rid of the poopy walkway?
No, because that's not going to go away. That's not getting taken away. That has to stay. Keep the poop. Walk the poop. Well, looks like you travel through a cavern, go up into a frozen mountain, and then travel through some other pieces. And then the secondary ride will be for smaller racers, geared towards them and fun for the whole family. Nothing announced yet. The concept art shows maybe like a pit stop or trackless ride, something of the sort. It does look exciting. Again, construction begins in 2025. I expect this to open in 28 or 29. Just based on how much they need to do. This Monsters in our final announcement will be taking quite some time. Oh, sorry. They snuck this in here because it was part of the final announcement actually came at the end of the video games panel, and they snuck in this during it, that there'll be an update for a new mission on Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run and Galaxy's Edge at both coasts. There'll be a brand new version of the ride utilizing the same technology and ride vehicle for The Mandalorian and Grogu. That movie comes out in 2026, and such the update mission to Smuggler's Run will also come out in 2026. Why haven't they been doing this already? We've had the one for way too long. This should have been an easy update and had at least 2 by now, with a third coming out in 26.
Yeah, the Mando story is not new. There's already a couple seasons out of the TV show. They could have done.
They could have done Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, or that, and or all of the above. Like, there's so much content they could have done with that, and now they're choosing from the movie. Whatever. I mean, I'm glad it's getting a redo. I've still never even been on that ride.
Book of Boba.
Because it screens, and I'm not interested in screens. So, more so, I'm not that I'm not interested. They make me sick.
I just want to be the pilot. I don't want to be the engineer again.
Yeah, I don't know what any of that means.
Oh, well, not a true Smuggler's Run fan, I see.
Obviously not. I just said I've never been on it. So
Sounds like you're bad at it. Not good at the
Probably.
ride. Not good at riding the ride.
I'll say, yeah, I agree.
The final announcement for the United States parks comes again to Magic Kingdom. This is what's truly taking over beyond Big Thunder Mountain. Heralded to be the largest expansion in Magic Kingdom history. And this will likely take over that full expansion pad behind the Thunder Mountain footprint. Construction unknown, begin time, finish time unknown, though I would bet easy 2030. The villains are finally getting a land at Magic Kingdom Park.
It's about damn time.
Well, this could have been done many, many, many years ago at Magic Kingdom, its own 5th park, or at Hollywood Studios, where, hey, that would have fit in real nice. Since they tried several villain after-hours events for way too much money that all sucked. They stank. Real bad. Now, once upon a nightmare, a place where poison apples are aplenty and magic potions can ruin your whole day. For all those things hiding in the shadows, it's time to join them, as the evil ambition of all Disney's villains come forth and show that the possibilities are endless for the stories that can be told in the dark and thorny land. That visitors should be prepared for whatever chaos may come their way, and this new land will encompass all your nightmares. Home to 2 major attractions, dining and shopping, on an incredibly twisted grand scale. It's a lot of talk. That seems like a lot of promises here, and the concept art does not relent on how much they are putting into this, how big it may be.
I feel this area needs to be huge. Like, it needs to be really big. It needs to be very interactive, just engaging, immersive. I'm sure they've had this in the works for a long time. Fans have been begging for a villain's land forever. But honestly, it kind of feels like once they saw Dark Universe for Epic Universe be announced, they were like, write that down. We can actually do something like this. Like,
well, that would have been back in
like
2018 or 19 then.
I feel like they saw that and they're like, oh shit, well, they're doing it.
Well,
We
it's
kinda have to do this too.
it's gonna be a big okay. I'm excited. I want this to be real, but trepidatious. Look, Galaxy Edge kind of sucks. They have
not kind of.
They have one good thing. I like it. I like the lightsaber thing, and Oogas is fun.
Okay, yeah, you did get to do that, and that was cool seeing you get to do that and everything. But I mean, from like, it's just so stale, and like they got John Williams to write a score for the whole land, and like
what is it?
never knew there was a score.
What is it?
I just hear like some little crickets and shit. Like, I don't know what's going on in there. Like I like Star Wars. It's not my favorite IP, but I do like it. But I don't understand what they did with that area.
We'll see what happens. That between now and 2030 and construction not even beginning yet, a lot can change. We have one single piece of concept art which shows a decently sized land. It's not going to be giganto because of all the stuff they want to put in. They show a roller coaster in the distance traveling throughout Maleficent's castle and thorns and the vines. They show Maleficent as a dragon breathing fire. They show a castle in the background, and they show a small town throughout. We have 2 attractions. The coaster, clearly your big boy e-ticket, and then what's the small one? Dining, probably no sit down. I would kill for a villain sit down.
That would be.
And
They
how's
should,
there
with like
how's there not a show in
almost like a
here?
little character dining almost, but like for
Yeah.
villains.
How's there not a show in here?
Yeah, that if they don't do that, I feel like a lot of good villains are not going to be represented either. Like I feel like Hades is not going to have a spotlight, and I feel like he should.
No.
Um,
This is gonna be Dark Fantasyland, so Fantasyland movies represented will have the villain side here. Maleficent, clearly
there's
the
just
evil
so
witch.
many good villains that I feel like they're not gonna like a show could easily encompass all of them.
I mean, just do what Disney did on the cartoon channel. They had Disney's House of Villains, and it was a review, like a variety show, and Hades was the host.
Yeah, like something like that. Sure.
That'd be cool.
I just feel like not like I don't know. There's just so many villains that are better than Maleficent in some ways.
Nah, Maleficent's pretty badass.
No, she's really badass. I'm not.
She's probably the
disagreeing with
strongest one.
I just think like there's others that could have more of a spotlight.
The Wish guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Wish man.
That guy.
That guy.
I
don't want to be
so-
misconstrued. I do give Disney props. This looks very exciting. It's multiple years away. I won't have this. I can already tell. I don't think I'll have the same enthusiasm that I've been following Epic Universe's construction progress and seeing what it's turning into as I will with these particular ones. I think the sightline is going to be very difficult. Once you're inside the Cars area, seeing out of it won't be the deal. It's looking into it while you're going around the rest of Magic Kingdom. And then again, and once you're in, I think Villains Land will be a little bit better. Once you're in Villains Land, looking out, no way. Based on the art. And you won't be able to see anything in there. There'll be great forced perspective and some pieces that will divert your attention and keep you from seeing into the villains area without actually being into it. Very similar to how the portals work at Epic Universe. I'm excited. I want to see this Villains Land. Disney's track record is not great for when they announce something and show the concept and try to emulate what they want to achieve.
Example A, Galaxy's Edge.
Well, they promised a lot more. They said there'd be so much immersion in what
Example
you're...
B, Epcot.
What? They got cornhole now. What they promised for Galaxy's Edge was so much, and we got the rides, basically. That was the extent. And then they shoehorned, they took everything they were supposed to do in Galaxy's Edge and put it into the upcharge Star Cruiser, which, hey, that's gone, so it's just all gone together. Womp womp. So everything we talked about and everything that was talked about at D23 from Josh was purported as you'll see the majority of this within the next 5 years. And we could I want to interpret that as 5 years from 2025. So 2025 to 2030. None of it that has been talked about is blue sky. Blue sky meaning it's not just, oh, we could do this. We might do that. We have thought about this. Here's a concept that we may do. It's all, nope, this is happening. It's coming. But when? When's it starting? When's it ending? When's it going to be here? We have very limited information. And if they're promising 2030, well, shit, give me a target year for this other stuff. You know that you're planning to have all this open in 5 years. Give me the years. Give me the years.
Yeah, I need a timeline.
I think that's easy. It should be easy enough. And that will wrap up the D23 review. I mean, we've done 2 episodes now, which, hey, there's a lot to talk about. And I really wanted a person to sound off on about it. We don't have too much time left, Brennan. So I'm probably going to save the Harry Potter stuff for when Dave's back. Sure. And I'm sure he would also enjoy if I held the Horror Night stuff for when he got back.
Yeah. He has more, I mean, I've been going since 2011, but he has more knowledge than I do on that, so.
Not too much more.
You're right, it's Dave.
You're right. So I want to go over a few things that Disney has also touched on, as well as one Universal announcement I think we have here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, I have the Universal announcement if you want me to.
Go ahead, jump
that's a quick one.
Jump on into Universal Studios Orlando, Universal Orlando Resort.
Yeah, so at Universal Orlando today, August 13th, this morning, they announced that Mardi Gras dates have been announced. next year's 2025 Mardi Gras dates. It will start on February 1st and will run through March 30th. We have nothing else announced right now, such as concert lineups or anything food related. We're not going to see that till much later in the year, maybe even early next year. But if you've never been to Mardi Gras, we talked about it quite a bit earlier in our very early episodes for PTR, but it is such a fun time. Even concerts you might not think would be really fun end up being the most fun. So for example, last year I went with my sister and Xandra when she was in town again, and we went and saw Casey and the Sunshine Band. And I've always heard their songs and everything, but I kind of went into it like, yeah, I know some of their songs. That could be cool. We had such a fun time. It was raining the whole day, and so we were nervous that they wouldn't actually have the concert, but we stuck it out. The rain happened to subside right before the parade, so the parade could go on. It was empty, too, because it was raining all day, so we had the best time. Don't let the weather scare you away. The food is great. Concert's great. Parade is great. Feet won't fail you now. Just 10 out of 10 would recommend. We always go every year and multiple days throughout the event. And knowing them, they said that the end date is March 30th. Sometimes, depending on crowds, they'll push it back into April. But I
think they're going to keep it short, seeing as at the end of Mardi Gras this year, a lot of the food booths were closed early or they weren't being staffed. And once you
like with how like their attendance levels and everything,
right,
I judge that. But
once you have such a long event, people get burnt out and the money will dry up.
Yeah,
for the guests. So, possible.
And that'll be very soon before Epic also. Epic won't be too much farther after that for opening.
Right. We'll probably be seeing some previews at that time.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which is great. So yes, get ready
that's all for
to
Universal right now.
Dance and jump as you party through the streets.
And catch all the beads and flash everyone if they give you beads.
Don't do that. You get kicked out.
Oh.
Oh. Whoops.
Well, news to me.
Well, I don't like to hear that either. And then some final Disney news before we hit our closing segments. As mentioned, we're recording on Tuesday, August 13th. As of yesterday, there's not that there was many left. The remaining dates for the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party at Magic Kingdom for the month of August have been sold out. They no longer have any more dates in August. In September, the 6th and 13th are sold out. And then in October, only Halloween is sold out. Plenty of options to go if you're still interested on checking out the party. It depends on what you're going for. If you like short lines, candy, and some really exclusive entertainment options such as the parade and fireworks, I think it's a great time. If you like waiting in lines for a character experience, while I think it's cool, I don't think waiting 2 hours of your very expensive after party is well worth your particular time allotment.
I agree. We went a couple years ago. That was my first and only time I've been to Mickey's Not So Scary Party, and I had a lot of fun. I think it's fun to get to dress up and go out there. Everyone plans their outfits. Some people go all out, and it's really cute. How they overlay some of the rides or just change some rides to be a little spookier and everything is great. Would recommend. It is pricey, though, but definitely would recommend.
Speaking of Mickey's Not So Scary, first time ever this year for 2024, the trio of Hitchhiking Ghosts are making special appearances at the Halloween party outside the parade, where normally there's the only place you can find them, as well as on the Haunted Mansion. The trio could be spotted on the overhead bridge in Frontierland, where they'll interact and give you a great photo opportunity from up above as they rise from down below.
Their costumes look awesome. I saw some pictures and videos, and they look wonderful.
They look really good. The makeup's really well done, and they've correctly attached some appropriate lighting effects.
Almost like black
to
light,
illuminate them.
but not black light.
Yeah. To illuminate them correctly. Closing out Magic Kingdom, previously reported here on PTR, there was a Jungle Cruise refurbishment date that began on August 26, with no reopening date in mind, which means it's closed indefinitely. And there was concern that, hey, this is not going to open up back in time for the Jingle Cruise, which is a great little holiday overlay with some new jokes interwoven.
Well,
If you're
yeah,
not-
it definitely means it's forever closed, right?
Yeah, but if you're not friends, Jungle Cruise reopens on October 18th. It's back in time for the Jingle Cruise.
Rope dropping to
Jingle Cruise. Well, you
Jingle
need to, but it's 75-minute wait every fucking day.
Yeah.
And our last piece of news to close out the news segment and get us into our final pieces of the day. Shown at D23, there will be new interactive shoulder banshees coming to Pandora, the World of Avatar at Animal Kingdom with upgraded tech and features. So those previous ones would sit on your shoulder, and there was a bicycle brake system mechanism that would run down your back, and you could turn it to make its head move and squeeze it to make its mouth move. And they were entirely mechanical. These new ones, however, will have some actual computer technology in them, as they'll be able to recognize each other, react through new motion and sound animations, and feature a bioluminescent glow.
Ooh. I mean, that sounds pretty cool. Like,
Yeah,
if
there's
you're
still
really
it's
into
still
banshees and
neat.
stuff,
They're
yeah.
interactive, similar to I mean, it's in the same vein as the interactive wands and power-up bands at Universal, but not nearly as cohesive to the world or the level of interactivity that those two pieces of in-park DLC add-on purchases add. The banshees will interact with each other. I believe the mechanical ones are like 70 or 80, so the technological enhanced ones probably 100 plus. I think
That
I'm
sounds
gonna
pretty cool.
go get one.
Yeah, right. Might as well.
I'm going to get them as soon as he comes out. I can't wait. I think they're neat. I think they're just neat.
Just well.
Oh, that's it. That's the news we have. I mean, we still have plenty more
I
to
had
go
one
over.
more.
Oh, what do you got?
I'll keep it super quick because we're running out of time. Today, also August 13th, Disney announced food and wine dates at EPCOT. And they released, their
Gosh,
dates I think were
yes.
previously released, but they released their food guide
The
today.
full menu.
So the full food guide, all food and beverage. So Disney's Food and Wine at Epcot is going to run from August 29th, so in like 2 weeks, to November 23rd this year. So till the holiday season, pretty much. So I scrolled through the whole list of all of the food. Because we're running out of time, I'm not going to list everything, but I'm going to say my absolute most excited new addition. So the Flavors of America stand. Last year, it had like a muffaletta, some gumbo, basic beers, stuff like that. This year, they changed it to an all hot dog stand, which I am hype about. I fucking love hot dogs.
No.
And
my beef.
oh yeah, Costco $1.50 hot dog all day. But they're gonna have New York, Chicago, Carolina, and Southwest style dogs.
Dogs.
Got that dog in me.
I like dogs.
That's the one I'm most looking forward to. There's a lot of other really exciting new food options, exciting ones that are returning from last year and previous years. But you could go on their website and read the full list of food and beverages that will be available August 29th.
Yeah, it's super exciting. And as soon as we get some time and the event starts, you'll be seeing us out there and be posting everything
Spending
we
way too
try.
much money.
Spending too much money and posting on the story, of course,
Oh yeah.
of what we're getting each visit. I did take a look as well. There's plenty to check out. We'll have to post the full link of options. I did go through some of the drinks. The one thing that I'm really excited for, and it's at a brand new location called Bramblewood Bites. This is between the World Showcase and Imagination Pavilion, is they're going to have an apple old-fashioned cocktail with Boyd and Blair rum, which already apple, and then an old-fashioned using a rum instead of a bourbon.
That sounds good to me.
Sounds pretty interesting, huh?
Add a little sweetness with the rum.
Mm-hmm. And one other one I want to touch on real quick is at the Forest and Field between World Showcase and also Imagination. So I guess these are right next to each other. Is a beer from Omegang, which is a very prolific brewery. They have the All Hallows Treat Chocolate Peanut Butter Imperial Stout.
Ooh.
I think the name's very cool.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So great options, a lot to look forward to in the coming weeks, not years away, as Disney wants to purport with these expansions, but mere weeks. Food and Wine returns It's
Yeah, I
Halloween
think
Horror Nights on
opening
the
with
30th.
The Fray, am I right?
And the Fray is opening
Right.
weekend.
Yeah, that's a cool concert.
And then Halloween Horror Nights kicks off on August 30th. And before you know it, we're having lots and lots and lots to talk about.
Oh yeah, busy time of the year.
So, Brennan, let's wrap up. Do our 2 final pieces for closing segment. Wall of Shame and Easter egg. I'll let you start. Your choice, whichever one.
Sure, I'll start with my Easter egg, and stop me if you or Dave have already said this one. I can't keep track of
We said it.
all the ones you've said. But just stop me. I have a backup one just in case.
Okay.
So I feel like this is a decently known one, but I think it's still pretty fun, and I don't think I've found all of them yet myself. In Islands of Adventure, Marvel Superhero Island, the comic book illustrator Adam Kubert, he
Yes.
created all of the large murals of the comic book characters that you could see throughout that land or that island. He was asked when he created all of the large murals, he was asked not to sign his work because they didn't want his branding throughout that island, but he was not happy with that. So he secretly, and it's reportedly that there's 22 of these, there's hidden Adam signatures in a bunch of the different murals. So if you find yourself with any free time in the park, that could be a fun little scavenger hunt to try to find all 22.
We did that one.
Oh, you did? Why didn't you stop me?
You're talking. You're going too long.
You
just
could
kept-
have stopped me.
I wasn't going to
man.
interject. That sounds rude.
Oh, geez. All right, well, my backup
Oh,
one,
jeez.
it's in Disneyland right now for Pixar Fest. They have hidden Pizza Planet trucks throughout different rides. So I know there's
Oh.
2. I've seen pictures. You can find them online, or we could post it on the Facebook also. I've seen pictures and videos. There's 2 on their Pirates of the Caribbean ride. One of them, it's in the scene where the 2 skeletons are playing chess. If you look down by the left skeleton, the one on the left by his feet, there's a hidden Pizza Planet truck down there. It's kind of like built into the bottom of the chair. Then the other hidden Pizza Planet truck is kind of just it's like painted gold, and it's just kind of piled in with all of the treasure. Yep. So I thought that one was fun too. That's this ride I've specifically seen pictures from, was the Pirates of the Caribbean one. But I guess a lot of the rides for Pixar Fest, they hid little trucks all over, which I think is a really
That's
cute little
wild.
addition.
They would never do that here.
Right?
Hide other
that's so
IPs
fun.
inside existing rides.
Right?
Oh, that is really cool.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you guys already did the Marvel one then, so that I can share that one.
You already did that one.
We already did that one.
My Easter egg today
God.
is, unfortunately, this attraction no longer exists. There are walkthroughs. I have not vetted if you can see this in any particular video walkthrough of the old Twister attraction at Universal Studios Orlando. This closed up in 2015, and it's getting a lot of buzz right now of, oh man, they should bring it back. It was so great because of the new Twisters movie that's been doing really well. That said, there's a really cool, I think, interesting Easter egg in there. For the attraction, there are 2 pre-shows, and then you go into the experience. Pre-show 1 is a black room with video screens, and then the second pre-show is inside a destroyed house, as if a tornado just actually tore through it. Very scary. It always made me feel uneasy in there as a kid, and it reminded me of Horror Nights because it was very dark and it got very loud as a tornado was blowing through again and the alarm was going off. And then there's TVs that are precariously hung to look like they were also thrown about. In one portion of this room is a car that has been picked up by a tornado and tossed into it, and it's coming in from the ceiling. I believe only 1 or 2 of the front tires are exposed, and on one of the tires, if you look at it, you can find an imprint on it as if it ran over or hit something during its flight. And the image on there is the head of a mouse, as if that car flew through the air or had already run over Mickey Mouse and then has now been transported via tornado into the attraction.
He killed the mouse.
I think that's pretty fucking wild and
Oh,
ballsy for
right.
Universal to put that in
It-
there. Oh
yeah.
my god.
It is pretty ballsy.
I'll need to try to track that down and see if I can show the exact Easter egg, because otherwise it sounds like I made it up. And I
You know what?
didn't.
Until you prove
Too-
it, I think you made it up.
Too intricate. Too intricate. How can I make it
Pigs
up?
or it didn't happen.
Oh, well, we really are digging down to the late 2000s. God. All right, Wall of Shame, get the hell out of here.
All right. You want to go first for yours? or-
Nope.
All right. So my wall
All
of
right.
shame is about it's not ones from online or anything. It's about experiences that I saw in the parks this weekend.
Oh, boy.
And at the private event. So I'm not gonna say what the private event was or anything, but pretty much you pay a decently expensive ticket, but then it's all you can eat food and non-alcoholic drinks from there on out. And these guests were so mean to the team members at this private event for such small things. So a couple things I saw was one of the stands it can hand out just free corn dogs. You can walk up and say, "Can I have 2 for my family?" They just hand them to you. You walk away. It's great. I had one and it was great. But some people would walk up and ask for like 10 corn dogs each. Obviously, they can only have so many corn dogs at once. And when they ran out and would need to get more, like call the kitchen or whatever to restock, those customers went just ballistic. And I was like, you're getting free shit. Why are you, well, free, yes, you paid for it before, but you're getting,
Oh boy, free shit.
like, why are you freaking out? Like they're gonna bring more, or you could just walk to the next food stand and they will more than likely have it as well. Just calm the fuck down about your damn corn dogs. Then,
I need
I
my
also saw
corn
that in
dog.
Diagon Alley, the team members so they just set out just trays upon trays of all of the drink offerings that I forget the name of the bar, the first outdoor bar.
The hopping pot where they're keeping meat, the meat.
Something,
keeping
yeah,
meat.
it's
The
to the right
whopping
side.
willow.
It's the outside bar. I don't know.
Pooter. Pooter.
But they would just set out all these trays of every drink offering so you could just come up and grab and walk away. And they ran out of one of them. The orange fizzy
Oh
one, let's just
God,
say.
that's the popular
And-
one.
And they're trying to restock as fast as they can. Like they're just constantly refilling these cups. People got so mad. They're like, "What? You don't have any more orange fizzing, blah, blah, blah." And
You have no more fizzy
What
lifting
are you
drink.
doing?
Grandpa Joe's gonna kill me.
I'm like, do you know how to behave? Like, my God. I don't know. It was weird to see that kind of behavior from grown adults where the team members are obviously working their butts off at 1 a.m. also. It's like way past when they should be there. And I don't know. That's my wall of shame. Just do better.
I just want to go to bed. They want the orange drink.
Yeah, I felt so bad for the team members. They all looked exhausted. Yeah. Oh, man.
Help.
All right. What's your wall of shame?
Closing out our day today, Wall of Shame. And very appropriate as we talked about D23 at length. I am already, and within minutes of them posting any announcement on Saturday, just the incessant bitching and convetching about D23 and how things are being removed and this doesn't go here and that, oh, Universal, haha, better watch your ass, you just got your shit fucked. Oh my God. We can all be critical of theme parks and what they do and the decisions they make. You don't have to take sides or go into feel like there was a war in play. Both of these parks pushing and challenging each other is the best for you. You understand this? You don't need to be attacking individuals for having a different opinion. Focus that towards making sure that the parks do best by you, that they provide an exceptional, otherworldly, no other place found experience for a price point that respects you and what you do for work, and not saying, fuck you, Universal, or fuck you, Disney. Yes, they can do better. They can make better decisions. They can announce things better, and they have better timelines. Absolutely. But God, immediate just bitching about it. And then especially, oh no, they're taking away my Tom Sawyer. Oh no, my Muppets. Oh no, this, that. Believe what you want on Walt's opinion of how Disney is supposed to exist in a current day and age. We know would be his opinion would absolutely change based on how times progress. Nonetheless, God, shut up. Just shut up. And secondly, all those other knuckle draggers who think they're so fucking funny, suggesting ideas like, well, yeah, Muppets has no wait. We should just take out the railroad. There's never a wait for the train ride. at Magic Kingdom. Just take that out. And they're just trying to do that to stir up shit. Not funny. Pretty low effort content you're trying to produce there, pal. And we know for a fact that the whole reason Disney existed because of Walt's love for trains. We do know that would probably not change. Shut the fuck up. No one cares.
The train takes up like no footprint at all. So it's like, just leave it alone.
Doomed. Well, that is our show for today. Thank you all for your patience as this comes out on a Tuesday instead of our normal Monday. Thank you, Brennan, for hanging out while Dave's feeling under the weather. Again, make sure you check us out.
Me, Bill. This has been fun. Whenever Dave.
Oh, yeah.
I guess whenever you're back. You got big boots to fill after this show. I think I killed it.
I don't know about that.
Minus the use of Awky, I think I killed this.
You killed the show for sure. This is the last one.
Oh boy. R.I.P.
Thank you all for listening. Be sure to follow us at Park Talk Radio on socials, on your podcast platforms. Phone number 407-490-2220 for voicemails and text messages. And just have a great time. It's going to be really fun gearing up here soon. Horror Nights is, 2 weeks away.
Ooh.
It's 2 weeks till 2-member preview. Food and Wine's coming up, and we got a lot to go for the rest of this year as far as the parks are concerned. So thanks for listening. We'll see you in the park.